Oh my. Welcome everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. We were really discussing the most important things during our pre-roll, such as Heather's mic still being breathed into. But also,
I hope it's fixed. I moved it.
It sounds a little bit better.
ASMR.
It also was direly important that we, do a masterclass on how to read one's thoughts through your blood.
When you're a vampire.
When you're a vampire, yes.
But also in real life.
Yes.
Apparently cannibals don't get the same benefit.
No, they really don't.
Dang it.
So, if you want to learn more about somebody, just, eat their blood, drink their blood. Who knows? So,
they'll never know.
Yes. These are the things you miss out. Yeah, these are the things you miss out on during the pre-roll while we're getting set up. I hope everyone's been doing well. To be 110% honest, today has not been a great day for me, but I've been looking forward to this evening so much because this really is going to be an interesting episode. We have two different groups played by the same cast coming together for the first time, so I hope everyone on the cast is ready to pull double duty on their characters. Sylvie's gonna have a conversation with Dark Pax, and it's gonna be weird. Are you a Thord? I'll kill you.
Oh wow, we're calling our Dark Packs, huh?
Dark Pax is what everyone kind of landed on.
Dark Packs.
She's the bomb.
She literally will explode.
Probably.
So, to get into Announcement Town, we have advancement points on the channel. So if you're watching, you will be gaining advancement points as you watch. Feel free to redeem those later when it's direly important that someone either re-roll or when you need to take control of an NPC. Sometimes it works very well. Oh, look, Raven has highlighted his message like this in our chat. Good job, Raven.
Thanks.
He redeemed 100 advancement points for that. So
later when he rolls a nat 1 and can't re-roll his roll because he's 100 points shy.
Yes, he's wasted it. So a couple episodes ago, we had someone saved by a reroll and then also by dolphins. So it does work. Yeah, Rog almost died. So feel free to do that. Graciously, thanks to Raven for giving me a different code to use for our !D100 chat command. Now you guys should be able to roll a little bit quicker, but just a little bit. So, after that, we have
Don't get excited.
Yeah, don't get too excited. We have a new emote coming out. We're waiting on Twitch to approve, but it is a pocket full of dragon cookies. So thank you for everyone who subscribed. Thank you to Tofu and to Raven for the gifted subs to get us to that next level there. We are super appreciative of that. And lastly, for those of you who did not tune in last week, we have added a new cast member by way of Raven Vulcan. So Raven, would you like to say hi?
Hi.
He will.
I'm repaired from sickness from last week, so.
Oh, nice. Hey, J Crutchfield 12, whoever you may be, thanks for the sub.
Whomever.
Yes, whomever that could possibly
Mysterious benefactor.
be. Oh, and look at the note you added there. You can sub for free with Twitch Prime. For those of you who do not know, it's super easy and super free. So
I've heard about this thing called Twitch Prime. You can sub to your favorite streamer.
Yeah, if you have a Amazon Prime account, you could probably do that if you want. But you get, so do that. It's awesome. We'd appreciate it.
And you get free games each month.
You.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good deal.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Well, that's all I have. We're going to get right on into this. So without much more, except maybe this awkward pause, this is Shattered Dungeons. welcome back. Things you missed during the intro video was everyone realizing they have to do different voices again, and getting really fearful of that. Welcome back. Tonight with us, we are missing but one individual. That would be one Cliff, who plays Lutz. But I will do his voice at some point. Yes, Lutz is still.
Is he alive?
He is still in the box. Yeah.
It's very comfy.
Very tight.
Very comfy, very cramped. Yeah. No pants though. So tonight with us we have Ray, who will be playing Rog.
Hello, everyone. It's so good to make sure you're back in the chat.
We have Jordan playing Reg.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reg. Oh, what is yours?
We have Dion playing Caden.
Hello, everyone.
We have Heather playing Chivi.
Good evening, everyone.
We have Raven playing Garrett.
Toss the coin to your Dargoth.
For those of you who are not in our Discord, I would encourage you to join our Discord. If you're on Twitch, it's at the bottom of the page. There you get things like Jordan doing the vocals of Toss a Coin to your Dargoth instead of Toss a Coin to your Witcher. It's something else. It's really fun. We may play it during pre-roll next week, so keep in tune for that. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the one and only Lauren playing Dark Pax.
I'm Dark Pax, and the instrumental interludes from Billie Eilish's Bad Guy make me always think of a Scooby-Doo chase montage.
Good to know.
That's actually oddly enlightening. Because I think in the back of my mind, I think the same thing. That's something else.
So, are you gonna make us introduce our other characters too?
We'll get there. We're going to start on in with the information about our adventure this evening. Now, for those of you who may be tuning in for the first time or catching up and have missed a couple episodes, 2 episodes ago, we learned that the group, the Toosdae Knights, were en route to Culdier and stopped off at an island to check out a mysterious whispering voice on the sea breeze. And there, Rog almost died because he leapt into the ocean.
Says you.
He saw a shiny thing and just went for it. But also, Pax was killed and her soul replaced by that of a cursed blade. And so from
Some would
there,
say that's an improvement.
depends on the perspective of whoever. And so with that, they pulled a lever and shot a very large bolt of energy across the ocean into a random direction. And last week, we found out that the Toosdae Knights have been being pursued. With the death of Fultrax, the Master Smithbinder, the group of squires, including Garrett, were able to escape and head towards Culdier. As soon as they arrived nearby and were able to gaze out upon the cityscape, they saw a giant ball of energy impact the city, and it has been in flame for some time. So, we begin again. The Fool's Bounty nears the port of Culdier. The familiar shape of the coast offers a sense of relief among the Toosdae Knights, yet something is off. You can't see the familiar governing tower that is a staple in the skyline of Culdier. In its place is smoke, billowing higher and higher into the sky. Your heart sinks as you fear for your friends and loved ones. As soon as the Fool's Bounty docks, you must find them. So, we begin on the ship, and looking around, you notice that somehow, over the course of the last several hours, Caden has made it back on board. He comes up from the underbelly of the ship and just kind of greets everyone, and everyone kind of stares out in awe as they see, and I'll zoom out for everyone to, but for those of you watching, almost every building is on fire right now. So that's bad news.
Have you switched the scene?
I did for everyone else but you guys.
Yay!
Thanks.
Oh, that's a lot of fire.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's a spicy meatball.
Hey TFG, it's nice to see you. Welcome.
Wow.
Everyone's doing good.
Yep.
It's good.
This is fine.
Dead.
This is all right.
Why are we getting off the boat?
Because
Nope, turn around.
yeah, no thank you. Because all of your loved ones are around here somewhere, except I guess you, Chibi and Rog. You could care less.
I'm a loner.
Yeah, no
I
one
have
cares.
no loved ones.
Are you kidding me? This place smells like just a smorgasbord buffet to Rog.
Rotisserie.
Gross.
This is high in fiber.
Oh my.
So,
Time to go learn everything about somebody.
real quick, in our Discord, right? Jordan just said, "Oh crap, we did this."
Sorry.
Yes, you guys caused the destruction of Culdier. So,
Rog.
To be fair, Reg was on the no side.
to be fair, yes. So, you guys can move about the city. You notice that a lot of people are dead. Like, even as you're jumping off the dock, Caden, you walk by someone who is just deceased, and they don't appear to be like burnt or anything. It's literally as though their life force was sucked from them somehow.
Their life force was sucked from them somehow?
Yeah, the one that's on the dock as you exit the ship. And so as you guys continue to move down the dock, there's a 90-degree turn to the right, and you keep going.
Yeah.
And just on land, you notice two more guards. Now these look like they were impacted and flung a little ways and kind of landed where they lay. And these do appear to have burn marks on them from that impact.
Reg is beginning to panic quite heavily. Oh no! Oh god! Everyone's dying.
Reg, be calm.
No! I have to find her. I've got to find her. Reg starts running, looking for any signs of life, just dashing forward.
So, Reg, your first thought is, your mom lives in one of the southernmost buildings, but she often spends her time in the governing tower. So seeing that billowing with smoke doesn't make you feel good, definitely. Now, everyone else sees Reg kind of run off at a pretty hastened pace to the south. And as you're doing so, scrolling down on the map, we pick it up with our group from last session, the Squires of the Toosdae Knights. Garrett, as you enter the city gates of Culdier, which appear to have been burst open somehow, Lajdak, Jeff, Sylvie, and Honey Potts, along with Ashburn, just are kind of taking it in.
Forgot about Honey Pots.
Honey Potts survived, guys. She was the only one.
She did.
For now.
Yeah, she is first on the hit list to be offered as sacrifice. And so, Garrett, due to your extreme size, you're kind of able to gaze out past a lot of what the city has in store from a sightline standpoint. And you notice that you haven't seen any movement in the past, 15 minutes. Hey, thanks for the follow, TFG. Appreciate it. So as you gaze out, you're able to see over some things, and you notice that there's another group coming from the dock, kind of towards the center fountain area. Amongst all of the buildings, you notice, both groups notice that there's one in the center of the town that appears to totally be fine. There's been no damage to it. It's not on fire, just A-okay. And so...
Garrett relates that information that he sees, like another group, and then also the building to his current party.
Is this Lovely town, really. A bit warm for my taste, if you ask me.
Everyone's dead and burning.
Yep.
Oh no!
I mean,
That would
free
make a
real estate
lovely
if you think
album.
about it.
What about that building? We should go there.
So, do you
Yes,
guys
quite.
travel that way?
We should go with caution because there seems to be another large group.
Okay, you can go first.
Fine.
I mean, you could try and hide behind me if you wish, but I don't think you would do so well.
No thanks, Petunia.
Worry not, I'm directly back here.
So, what's the consensus?
Ollie, oxen free.
So Ashburn just traipses forward towards the center
Yeah,
of town.
Garrett's
Towards the
moving
billowing
towards
chaos.
the center right here. I guess where the building that it's fine and not on fire. So
This is
Okay.
fine.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and move everyone upward in but a moment. And so, way too far. So you guys are able to kind of get up towards the fountain in the center area, and as you walk by, you notice that building that is totally okay. On the other side of it are a bunch of people, and they're kind of just standing around yammering with one another, and you don't recognize any of them at all. Now, going back to the executive leadership of the Toosdae Knights, you notice that another group from the other side of town who has entered from the main gate is now closer to a building that appears to be totally fine on the other side of the fountain at the center of town. What does the original group do?
Meat.
Reg is still
following.
like booking at full speed for the tower, but over his shoulder just, hello, I'm Reg, I can't stop to talk, nice to see you again.
I'm following Reg for, buddy system.
I'm also following
Aw.
Reg for support.
Okay.
By the way, Ashburn turns to Garrett and says, you see, that's the talky one I was talking about.
another Dargoth. Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah, he likes to ask you what your name is. Oh gosh, my voices are colliding.
This is hard mode, guys. It's okay.
He likes to ask you your name.
Oh, he's very obsessed with saying, hello, I'm this person, and I, who be you, and things. It's really annoying to keep saying, my name's Ashburn, and he's like, oh, hello, Mr. Ashfire. He never gets it.
Maybe you should just tell him your name's Petunia and then he'd remember. That sounds nice.
Well, I could tell you that my name is Arrow in Your Face, if you like.
Okay.
Ooh. I accept that. And so, Reg, Caden, and Chivi, as you rush up to the governing tower, it is aflame. Smoke is billowing out. In front of the tower are many dead guards and elected officials. Reg, you kind of peruse the bodies that are face down on the floor and crispy, and none of them appear to be your mother. Though there are people.
No.
There are people that you recognize. Caden,
Is
there are
the,
also people you recognize, though no one you were really close to.
Is the entrance to the tower, open or closed?
It is definitely closed off. There have been beams that have fell down. The entire upper level has caved into the bottom. Looking in as best you can, you really can't see any bodies in there. And if there were, they're probably long since disintegrated now. Going back to the rest of the group, Pax. Well, let me point out first that Rog jumped in the fountain. I did notice that.
As his custom.
I saw the token. Yep, that is customary for Rog. So after he takes a quick dip in what is left of the fountain, the water that is, because it's been evaporating because of the heat. Pax and Rog march forward, and there seems to be a bard type person named Lajdak standing there. So what happens there?
So Lajdak slides up all all slick like, well, hello there. Tall, slender, and beautiful.
Is he talking to Pax or Rog?
Pax.
I think
Okay.
he's talking to the one in the
Addressing
pond.
He's definitely talking to Pax.
Well,
Okay.
you seem very much alive.
Quite.
You have
How-
no idea.
How, pray tell, did you end up in such a fiery place?
We just arrived on a ship. How, pray tell, did you end up not crispy?
Well, we wandered through the front gate, as a matter of fact.
Wait a minute. I know you. You're one of the ones that pays me money.
I don't think I paid money.
You said something about money.
Yeah. You're one of the head honchos, aren't you?
Oh, sure. If you'd like to call me that.
You and the big fella.
She's the sub-commander, actually.
Well, the crazy man who always tinkers with stuff, he let us here, and then he also became extra crispy, as you call it.
And now he can't make us stuff. Can you make stuff like he can?
That sounds delicious, first of all. And second, no, I cannot make stuff.
I just need. I need. Drugs.
Are you holding?
That was great. So, now, Garrett, you notice Ashburn talking with most of those people very familiarly. You recognize them loosely, but you haven't really spent enough time with the Toosdae Knights to know them specifically. Your overlap time may have been like a week or two, but even then it was maybe only a couple of days that you guys inhabited the same building. So, you recognize them, you just don't know exactly who they are.
Garrett kind of loses interest in the overall conversation because it doesn't really apply to him, but he does pay more attention to what's going on over here. Does he see anything abnormal, especially since this is a building that's not on fire?
Yeah, so as you look over at that building, on the shop, it has a little, on the building, it has a little shop sign that says, Sage's Emporium. And,
Emporium?
Sylvia just goes into like withdrawal instantly. So outside there appears to be a couple of people, all from different walks of life, and they're all kind of like they have this surprised look on their face. They're talking about something. You can't quite hear them. Chivi, your mic's in the wind again.
Sorry.
You're good. So.
Jeff walks over to the group.
The tall, burly one, who is not Dargoth, but is just very large and appears to not exercise ever. He says, welcome to Culdier. It's seen better days. Who are you? Why are you here? Did you do this?
No, not at all. But I am curious as to how did this place survive?
The city or the shop?
The city didn't survive. The shop did, though.
I was about to say, cause if you hadn't looked around, well, it's interesting. That's one of the reasons we're gathered around. We were trying to figure out why this building was the only one not affected. We were all inside. Apparently, the Sage has some sort of protective barrier surrounding the building. So when whatever it is happened that created that blinding flash of light, it didn't harm the building or us inside of it.
So you're saying you were blinded by the light?
In a manner of speaking, I suppose.
Who owns this shop?
Hey, Pax, you remember that light thing we saw?
Yeah. You remember Oh, just kidding.
To answer your question there, young one, Sage Mariandar is the one who owns this shop.
Neat.
Well, I'm
Did
happy
somebody
to
say meat?
congratulations on your survival of this catastrophe. It's a horrible thing that we see that's befallen this poor city.
It seems like everyone's dead.
That's 'cause everyone's dead. Yes, the four of us are the only ones, I believe, to have survived, though we haven't gone deep into the ruins of some of the buildings, obviously. They're still on fire, so we don't want to get burned.
Where's the Sage? Is the Sage still here?
The Sage, yes, he's inside. Sage Mariandar. He's still running out of running the shop. No, the Sage.
The Sage?
The Sage?
That's what I said, the Sage.
Like the spice.
Yeah, I like spices. Can I talk to the Sage?
I mean, go on in. He's sure to talk to children.
Okay, thanks.
All right, young one. Farewell.
Bye.
Now, back to you, good sir. You appear to be not 10. What brings you to Culdier? Why are you here?
We were way up yonder, and I gestured in the direction where we were when we saw the blast hit. And we were scouting and checking an area when we looked over and came across a cliff and looked over the ridge, and then we saw what had befallen your city. So we immediately came here to help look for survivors and check people out, make sure everything's
We had heard that this was
better,
a friendly place, and boy, howdy, color me surprised.
Well, the four
was
of us
really-
are quite friendly.
It was a real warm welcome, let me tell you.
Ah, yes. Laughter to cover the pains that we all have.
Oh, I just thought it was funny.
Okay. Well,
This is so sad.
so I suppose if you would like to help us look for survivors, there's more. There's more buildings to be searched to the south.
Does it pay well?
I'll give you a place to stay.
Fair enough. I'll take those odds.
All right. Well, report back with any survivors you find. Now, Rog, you were kind of standing nearby and overheard kind of what Jeff was saying, that there was a blast, there was a light, things like that. So I know the gears are kind of, small and may turn slow, but you're starting to piece together that it may have been that same light. Now, Sylvie, you are in Sage Mariandar's place.
Yes.
What do you say?
Hello, sir. Are you the Sage?
Why, yes, I am the Sage. What can I do for you, young one?
Your building survived. How do you make your building survive?
Well, it's mysticism and magic.
Can you make me survive?
Can I make you survive? Why, of course. Yes. How long would you like to survive?
I need to survive forever, and I also need some more mind-altering substance. So if you have any of that, I could really use that, because I think I'm starting to come down, and that's really bad.
I could just give you a paralyzed potion, it would knock you right out.
Well, I happen to have something that will do both. Here, 1 second. 1 second, young one. He kind of goes up to his little shelf behind the workbench and rifles through a couple potions and pulls one out, and it's got some sort of leafy substance in it. And he kind of sets it on the table and goes, well, this right here will clear everything up. It will make you feel alive again and indestructible, while also maintaining the mind alteration you're so seeking. Now, you are
And
but a
Sylvia
child.
grabs it and starts to like stuff it all in her mouth at once.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, he grabs it before you do so. There are two things. Number one, you are a child. Do you have someone to maybe sign off on this transaction? And secondly...
Hello, I'm a responsible adult.
Petunia,
Oh.
my guardian.
This is wonderful. Okay.
I will help you if you stop calling me that.
This...
Petunias are precious to me, yes, but I am not worthy of such a title.
I think you're worthy.
This transaction will cost 28 gold.
Oh, do we have gold?
I mean, probably, but... Or we could just take it.
No, he's the Thade. We can't just take stuff from the Thade. They'll curse you.
I mean, we're helping you out, aren't we?
Oh,
yeah,
all
what
of
if we
my
work it
friends
off?
and loved ones have long since perished.
You can't bring them back?
No, they would be quite an abomination, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Wouldn't want the guiding fire coming stomping down my loved ones, right?
wait, no, I do have gold. Look, it's in my pocket.
Oh, how much gold do you pull out?
A fistful.
Roll,
I didn't
roll
I
a
didn't
speech
spend
check.
much.
Okay.
Say what?
Roll a speech check.
Now give the dear sweet girl her drugs.
Oh no, hold on. I didn't pull up both pages. I don't even know if I have any.
I don't think you, unless you
speech. I
actively
do
put
not
it in
have
there.
speech.
So,
No, I do.
okay.
Ashburn has like all of his money from the session. He
There's
just doesn't
mine.
want to spend it.
I think I get everything from you, sir. Thank you.
Well, considering the supply and demand, and that my demand has gone way down, yes, that will be enough gold. Thank you for your time, and I hope you put that to good use. Watch after her, young man.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Paid him 9,000 gold.
I don't understand the value of money.
So, Sylvia and Ashburn, that's going on. Now, outside, what is Garrett doing?
Garrett's just looking at the house now and realizing that he got lost in thought again and needs to start searching for survivors.
Okay.
So he goes over to the left towards these unique individuals and also towards the gigantic blazing tower.
All right, so coming back to this side, Pax, you've walked up behind Chivi and kind of are standing next to her. Do you say anything to her?
Yeah, just kind of look over, make eye contact, and say, I did this, you know?
I know you did.
It's pretty great.
I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah?
Possibly, somehow.
I could make it worse.
Let's not do that. Let's try to keep Rogue somewhat calm as he searches for his mother.
I think you meant Reg?
I mean, Reg.
It's confusing, I understand.
There's fire everywhere.
Chivi's like, hey, you're not important enough to remember.
Whoever gets any names right anyway.
Remember that time Chivi yelled out, Rex!
Garrett peeks through. Is there a window on this side of the building?
There's not. So Garrett is kind of, there's a Dargoth behind Pax and Chivi right now, and you guys kind of notice him. It looks like he's trying to peer into any cracks in the walls and, stress test it a little bit, see if there's anything, any way to get into this building. It's obvious he's not from here. Do you guys address him at all?
Hey, you want to go around the other side there towards the front porch area where the steps are.
It's on fire.
Well, unless you got a way of making a hole, that's the route.
How sturdy is the wood right here?
Make a stamina check. So it's 1d100, and then you can wager up to your potency. I mean, stamina.
Yeah. Hold on. And do 75.
You might want to fill that spot to see how warm it is before you decide to break a hole into it.
And so as you're saying that, Garrett rolled a natural 69, so great job.
Nice.
So as you're saying that, you say your first comment of you might want to go around, or unless you have a way of punching a hole in it. And as you say that, he just rears his fist back and punches right through it, and puts a massive hole in it. And then you say, you may want to check to see if it's hot before you do that again. And so, Garrett, you've now created a hole, and so you can kind of, pry the wood and stuff off if you want, to peer into it better.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Is there flames coming out of it, or is it kind of like an empty side of burning right now? There's
fire. The building is on fire, but it's like in pockets. So the pocket you went into to make the hole is, smoke starts billowing out rather, but it's not hot. You're not in danger or anything like that by poking a hole. Tofu says, "Here's Garrett."
Kind of pull some of the wood out and say a little loudly, "Is anyone alive?"
As you say that, you hear the continued crackle of flames and sadness.
I turn back to Caden and go, "I think they're dead."
Caden, do you have
astute observation? I think if anybody was alive, we would have heard them before you made the hole. It's been some time too.
My name's Garrett.
So while everybody's been doing that, Reg is in a...
I'm not sure which of these buildings have basements, but maybe somebody might be alive down in a substructure underneath the city.
She's gotta be in here. This is where she spends her time. Caden, you have to help me. Reg has pulled Winter out and is shooting ice bolts at the block door, both trying to open a path and douse the fire, and is literally taken his ice halberd out and tossed it skittering across the ground to the group of people standing here. Don't just stand there, you have to help me. My mom's in there.
So Garrett, you introduce yourself to Caden as Reg yells that.
Yeah. But I also noticed that the Dargoth in front of me is in super distressed mode, and I'm trying to think through what I could say next that could calm him. But Garrett doesn't really have a calming voice or the personality to calm anybody.
I can cast Froststorm on the fire, and we can see if that has an impact.
Okay. You just go ahead and do that, and it puts out some of the flames, definitely. Enough to where you guys can kind of look in, peer in, and even mosey in a little bit to the building. And as you do so, Reg is obviously very appreciative. You're able to kind of poke in and see that there really doesn't appear to be many people in there. The people that you do see appear to be in guard clothes or guard uniforms. There are some people that were clearly like farmers from nearby that were petitioning or doing whatever, that were just wrong place, wrong time. There's the primary governor. Her body is kind of at the back of the room, below a caved-in area, burning still, but you don't see anyone else. Definitely not Reg's mother.
Mom, it's me, Reg. Can you hear me?
There's no answer.
Caden, this is where she would be. She's not here. She's not here. I don't know what to do.
Maybe she was traveling at the time.
Yeah, Reg, it's good that she's not here. Where else might she be?
She would have stayed here. We told her to stay put when we left because it was safe here.
You
Well,
do
what can we see
remember,
inside?
Reg, you do remember in a fleeting thought that she has a house here.
Oh my god, I forgot the house. Bolting as fast as he can. Trying to remember which house is his mom's.
Follow.
Okay,
Come on, Pax.
so everyone begins following.
We're wasting our time.
Oh, Dark Packs.
Oh, come on.
I liked how cartoony your dart was. That was the best.
Yeah. So everyone takes off to the south and in this group here. And as you're doing so, you're passing like some pretty nice buildings, some alternate governing structures. Again, guards are strewn about. People are dead. Hold on one second. Sorry, I need to check something. Yeah. So, Reg, roll a general check. You can add up to your level and stamina.
It's hard to recognize the buildings. They're all on fire.
Yes. So you keep traveling to the south, and you kind of fall into the old brain synapses. Like, you're kind of bewildered for a moment trying to remember everything, then you're like, oh yes, that's how I get to the house. And so you're able to put two and two together, and you remember that down the alleyway in front of you is where her house is, next to the blacksmith's shop.
So like here
Ish, yeah.
Okay, is this where you get lefty turn, Reg, righty Reg. That's it, this way.
Righty,
Righty tighty.
So the group continues to follow Reg, who is traveling at a frantic pace down this alleyway. And you guys all make a turn, and Reg is like, we're close.
It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine.
Coming back to the rest of the group, Jeff, Lashdak, and Rog, and Sylvie, while we're at it. Not to mention Honey Potts, which I think Tofu said Honey Potts is going to try and find a bakery with a pie in the window. So Honey Potts is just meandering about trying to do that.
Following her nose.
Yes, wherever it goes. So what are you guys talking with these guys about? You've determined that they were all in the shop when the blast hit. Does anyone have any questions? Lashdak, what are you saying?
Sylvia just wanders out, munching her leaves.
So is it good? Is it hitting the spot?
I don't know yet. We'll find out.
I had a strong desire to stay by Ashburn. But then I had a strong desire to go seek out the other Dargoth.
Yeah.
Which is played by the same person.
Hi.
So what is
Quite compelling.
what is Rogdak doing?
Well, Lashdak is trying to formulate a song right now. Something along the lines of like, maybe Toosdae Knights didn't start the fire.
Oh god, don't make me sing that.
Tuesday nights didn't start the fire,
Since the world's been turning.
but they kinda did, cause they pulled the lever.
It was a setup.
Rob didn't start the fire.
There wasn't a warning sign.
Wasn't
Exactly.
even a caution sign.
Yeah. I'm
Well,
calling
there-
Osha.
There was a note of leave this place forever in peace.
That was true.
Yeah.
Good job,
Well,
everybody.
Well, Dark Pact
Actually-
leave that one alone.
Yeah, I mean, there was that one sign thing that said pull this lever for eternal darkness or something along those lines.
Oh yeah.
Mission accomplished, guys. So, Jeff, are you saying anything to the rest of the guys? I know you kind of introduced and all that earlier.
So why does everybody stay here? I mean, obviously this place is going to be rubble in like minutes.
Shock? Boredom?
The blacksmith.
Shock and awe.
The blacksmith speaks up and simply says, "We are one of the few ports on this side of Dalnain. We have a responsibility to not only the tradesmen, but the people who sacrifice themselves to rebuild their town and become another beacon of hope amongst Dalnain. With all of the chaos going on, with all of the different people that have come and gone, the atrocities we've seen, especially with the battle mages now patrolling the streets like they own every piece of Dalnain, we have a responsibility to rebuild and to make this city wonderful for all to be part of it."
And it will be beautiful.
I
You know, that was a
appreciate your
lovely-
enthusiasm, child.
It was a lovely speech and all, but I think you mean were one of the port towns. I wouldn't really call this a port town anymore, more like cinders and ashes.
We had a boat show up today. I mean, this odd man was part of that crew. Were you part of the crew? Why were you on that boat?
Yes,
A broken clock's right twice a day.
Well, not wrong. We must
I'm
rebuild.
wrong.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Rog.
You said battle mages?
Why,
Are they
yes.
still here?
No, I haven't seen a battle mage inside Culdier for maybe a week or so, but they've been patrolling the roads as though they're trying to enforce something. Though I don't know what.
Wait a minute, was one of them a really grumpy lady who liked to shoot fire?
Most of them are grumpy ladies who like to shoot fire.
Oh, I met one of
But
them.
was she stunning? Was she
She was
beautiful?
spicy.
Oh my.
She was caliente. No.
Oh, by the way, Rog, Full Track's totally dead. She killed him.
That's terrible. My condolences.
Oh, yeah, the screams were something, let me tell you.
Did you at least honor his corpse?
I mean, I tried to... Well, no, she burnt it.
No, he ran away.
Yeah, he was like, go, and I was like, yeah, what do you think I was doing?
It was really sad.
I mean, I could try and recreate the screams, but I don't think my voice goes that high.
Wow.
We come back to the alleyway. Reg, Chivi, Garrett, Pax, and Caden have all turned down, following Reg's lead. And it's at this time, Reg, you get to your home, the one that you've lived in for some time, and in the street, right out front, as though she was trying to escape her home while it was on fire and died in the process, your mother's corpse lies in the street.
No, this is not happening. This is... Mom, you gotta get up. You have got to get up. Reg is immediately trying to channel what little potency and curative magic he has into her with everything he has, knowing it's not enough, but by God, he's trying.
So,
Wow.
you're trying as hard as you can. There's a blue aura, like a misty aura, that comes from your elbows down your hands and emanates from your person into her, and nothing happens.
Come on, Mom, you've got to get up. Caden, you can't just stand there. You have to do something.
I'm sorry, pal. There's nothing I can do. But maybe there's something Pax can do, or
Pax.
he can teach me, and I can do it. I'm not sure.
Pax, please.
Sorry, Reg. I can't. It would kill me.
Kill me instead, I don't care.
Well, you could teach me. I might be able to survive it, but it'll take some time, sure.
Come on, Pax.
Caden, it's the circle of life. People die.
What are you talking about, Pax?
I'm just saying.
What the hell is wrong with you? This is my mother.
This is Reg's mum.
Garrett, you are wildly confused at this moment because his mother is a Soul Ethel and he is a Dargoth.
I'm pretty confused at this point. I'm gonna keep quiet for now and pay attention. Maybe in the back of his mind, he's thinking, well, maybe that was a Dargoth and she was changed. No.
Powers of illusion. Yeah.
So he's like overthinking like why she's different, but he also at the same time is saddened by this because he thinks about a reoccurring dream of his parents. And that's pretty much all of that.
So all Dargoths have parent issues? Sensing a theme here.
Yeah.
So, Reg is continuing to plead with Pax and Caden. Chivi, you're kind of astonished at Pax's reaction. What else is said?
Pax, you've got to get over here and help Reg.
I can't help Reg. The only thing I can do is teach Caden the resurrection spell.
Well then,
Then do
get on
it.
with it.
Reg is cradling his mother's corpse in his arms right now, just for flavor.
Just
Just so you know.
Oh, this is heartbreaking.
Did somebody say corpse flavor?
Whoa!
Not now, Rog.
Yes, Rog, not now.
So,
I mean, if you want, Rog.
Pax teaches Caden the resurrection spell, but she's kind of
Swish
very
and flick.
quick and short with it, like almost in a derogatory way to you, Caden. And as she kind of finishes it, you're very, gifted with the potent art, so you're able to pick it up no problem and kind of infer some of the things that she isn't saying. It probably takes about 30-40 minutes or so.
It's okay.
But
It's gonna be okay.
you finally do learn it.
Yay!
We're gonna fix this. We're gonna
Thank you,
fix all of
Pax.
this, I swear.
You're welcome.
We're gonna need to relocate the body somewhere away from the burning buildings.
Yeah. It's a good point. She's not gonna want to be here. And she's up.
The only logical place you guys can think of, as I'm giving those watching some sort of motion sickness, scrolling violently over here. The only place you can think of is maybe the sage's shop.
Let's go. Please hurry.
So you go back to that building that was kept intact. I went ahead and moved the body if you guys want to move your tokens. And the rest of the group, Honey Potts has sadly not found that pie that has just been made. But everyone else kind of noticed what's going on, and as everyone's heading towards Caden, you're trying to just tell people what's going on as you guys are moving fairly swiftly. So those who enter are our key group of people, with the exception of Lajdak and Garrett. Honey Potts kind of stays outside and stands next to Sylvie. Ashburn is hanging on the outside of the building, just kind of looking through one of the nearby homes on what can be looted, maybe. And then Jeff is kind of standing at the back of the room inside, just curious and also saddened by what's going on. So Pax, you are in there because you feel like you should be, so you can cast Silent Judgment on how Caden is going to cast the spell. And so you're in the shop now, and Reg's mom's body is on the carpet in the middle of the room. Reg is standing or crouched over her, cradling her body, and Caden prepares a spell.
Is there a small stool in the room next to me?
Yes, there is.
I'm gonna
Tofu said,
sit down on the stool.
okay. Tofu says, wait, you killed Reg's mom and there's no pie? /unsub.
Unsub.
Aw, Tofu. Also, she said earlier, why would you do this, David? My answer is character development, that's why.
I did like the suggestion to feed her scrambled dragon eggs.
Yeah, that was good.
Reg has had too many wins in a row.
Yes, Reg needs to be knocked down a peg.
Oh no.
Reg, why are you cradling that vessel?
That is my mother.
Garrett, roll a...
I swear to God, if you try and eat her, I will kill you.
Garrett,
Oh no, that's totally up to you to honor her.
Garrett, roll
Just stay
D100.
back, Rog.
I know you mean well, but now is not the time for such things.
So Garrett goes to sit on a stool. Now this stool is not built for a Dargoth. It is definitely a stool built for a normal-sized person. But the reason I had you roll, Garrett, is because there were two ways this was going to go. It was either going to break under your weight, or it was going to slide somewhere wildly uncomfortable. And based on that roll, it slides somewhere wildly uncomfortable. So you kind of do that sit down where it's like, oh, what did I sit on? And like stand up very straight, very suddenly. And just decide, yeah, it's safer to sit on the floor. So, Caden,
Go ahead and sit in the corner.
Okay.
On the floor.
okay. Caden, describe what you're doing.
I'm just making sure that the body is prepped for work. I'm going over the procedure again in my head, and I am pulling my bow to my side so that I can use it to channel Necrotic Hill immediately after on myself.
Noted.
Caden, if you need it, if you can take any magic-y stuff from me, or even, I don't know, even some of my life, you do it, okay?
Garrett says he goes, Dargoth, why is your mother not a Dargoth?
I want to say hi, I want to ask you your name, but no, it's not the time for the things. We'll get to it later.
Oh, Red.
So Caden begins channeling the potency to attempt to resurrect Reg's mom. Caden, I need you to roll 1d100 for me.
Mother, can you hear me?
Okay.
This is gonna end like Full Metal Alchemist, isn't it?
Oh God. It's the only way this gets worse.
Caden, how much? What will this leave you at from a health standpoint?
100.
Nice. Noted. All right, so everyone's huddled around. Everyone's looking at Caden, who is about to perform the spell, and he begins chanting and channeling the potency, and it begins to form the cyan light around him, and you can see particles of this weird mystic energy begin to form, and as they begin to circle around him rather, his eyes become illuminated, and it's kind of like they're glowing. There's this weird yellow hue to them, and he begins to focus all this energy into a ball in his hands, and as he does so, he raises it up. It begins to grow slightly larger around his hands, now encompassing his hands, and then he brings them back down onto the body. Caden, roll one more roll for me. And here's the good part is Caden, while focused on this, does not put his hands in an awkward place on Reg's mom's body. It's literally why I had you roll. And as he lays his hands on her, the energy begins to dissipate from him and then consume her. And as her entire body is encased in this blue crystal-looking, this magical structure, it begins to glow brighter and brighter and brighter, and everyone kind of averts their eyes as it becomes blinding. And then you hear this like weird crackling energy, and at that point the light begins to dim and fade. Caden, you are winded, something you have never felt before in your life, of how drained of energy you are. Thankfully, you're able to draw upon your bow so you can kind of catch your breath and, maintain some semblance of consciousness. And you stare at the body, knowing that you did everything right, knowing that the way the potency flowed from you to her, totally correct. And Reg is staring expectantly at her body.
Come on, Mom, you can.
Seconds pass, then minutes. Then some time, and nothing has changed. The resurrection spell did not work on her. It appears the ones lost from this energy blast are not able to be resurrected.
It's okay.
I start working on healing myself up at this point.
You'll wake up any minute now.
Caden steps back solemnly, knowing that he tried his best, but the results aren't there.
It's okay, Mom. You're just tired. I get it. I'll just wait. It's fine.
Everyone begins to exit in a very sad manner. Jeff is first, then Lajdak. Lajdak gazes back over his shoulder before exiting. Rog pulls some scrambled eggs out of his pocket, looks down, puts them back in his pocket, and walks out as well.
Aww.
Chivi puts a hand on Reg's shoulder and then departs silently. Garrett, you understand the pain deeper than most, and you give some space as well.
Yeah.
Caden, you look at Pax, and Pax is just looking deep into Horkath's body, which is Reg's mom's name, and then back at Reg, and then she looks at you. You kind of get the vibe that she wants to say something to Reg, so you take the hint and depart as well, back out front. And then all that's left is Pax, Reg, the sage who is working on something and not paying any attention, and the body.
Spit polishing some beer glasses.
Yeah. Pax, what do you say to Reg?
I honestly have no idea.
Why wouldn't you help?
I did help.
You know what I mean.
I taught Caden the spell. I can't cast the spell. It would kill me.
Well, he could have, I don't know how the magics work, but shared the load or something. Maybe she'd be back quicker.
Look, Reg. Look at me.
I'm looking.
Okay, Pax is gone. All right? She's dead. Just like your mom. Pax is dead.
Wait, what?
Remember that sword I picked up?
Yeah.
Well, that's me now.
I'm sorry.
She kind of pats the sword that's belted around her waist.
I don't follow. How can you be a sword? You're my friend, you're Pax.
Nope, not anymore. So the sword is enchanted, and when you touch it, kills you, possesses you. And so that is who you're speaking to now.
Where is she?
Gone. Just like your mom.
That's what you think. I don't know what I got us to do. I'll find a way. I'm tired of watching my loved ones fall. Smarter people than me are out there, and I will find a way to bring you both back, so help me.
You can try, but I have a will, Reg. And the sword wants to live.
I don't give a damn about a sword. You can go wherever you want and do whatever you want for all I care. I care about Pax.
And Pax just looks at him and then turns to leave.
Pax exits the building. Reg stays behind and has a moment with his mom's body. Now, while all that was happening, everyone's been kind of dialoguing amongst themselves with other people, and so the dialogue continues, and throughout much talking and more relationships being built and kind of exploring who is who, what is what, and kind of reconvening happily with some of the other squires of the Toosdae Knights, the core group is told about many of the happenings in Dalnain since they were teleported away some weeks ago. The fear of usurpers such as the Toosdae Knights have caused Mivra to strengthen its grip on the cities within Dalnain. Now there are battle mages in all of the cities constantly trying to root out potential traitors, and in doing so, some have fought back against the oppression, though none have succeeded. It's rumored that the Guiding Fire, once the organization led by Lord Dedrick himself, now refuses to assist the throne and Queen Visarnak. You suspect that head researcher Vond has spread several misguided rumors to draw you into a trap should you return. The Guiding Fire, as you know, is an independent organization that swears fealty to no one but the pursuit of defeating evil. The best course of action, as you all kind of dialogue and come to some conclusions, is that it might be wise to investigate the rumor of the Guiding Fire opposing Mivra. Their castle is in a secluded area outside Barsuli, free of the full forces of the Queen, and you may be able to easily deal with any opposition should you encounter it. And so as you guys continue talking, you also come to the realization that there's really ever only been one Dargoth in Culdier, and that's been Reg. And he is kind of a high-profile target for being part of the Toosdae Knights, especially if Vond is aware that you guys are back. And so through talking, you kind of order some of the people you've just met, Honeypots, Sylvie, Jeff, Ashburn, or at least caught up with, to stay behind. And so their orders are simply to help Vicon, the blacksmith, rebuild the city. The more people, the quicker the work is. And so the rest of you, Garrett, Rog, Dark Pax, that's your name from now on. Caden, Chivi,
like Darklink?
yes, Lajdak, and of course Reg. All of you will be traveling to check out the Guiding Fire. Now, there's one person we've obviously missed, and that is one Lutz. Lutz is still in a box on the ship, the one that has been docked ever since. You guys feel like you should go talk to him, but you also feel like, do you really need to? And so, out of just politeness, you guys head back to the ship, convene, and Captain Seamus just simply says, I mean, if you want, we can leave him here in the box. He won't know anybody. He thinks he's cargo anyway. So if you want, I mean, we'll just put him on the dock and the city can do with him what you wish. And so how do you all feel about that?
I mean, I feel good.
Before we went to the ship, Garrett also said, "Goodbye, Ashburn." ally. Hope we meet again.
Oh yeah, bye, big one.
And Jeff.
Maybe we should task him with the rebuilding of the city for the time period, overseeing the other people and helping where he can, rather than sitting in a box.
That is a wise idea. So, are you going to do so?
Well, I don't know why he's in the box, so I just proposed it to the group.
But he could be a box friend.
Does everyone else?
I mean, he's our dick in a box.
So does everyone else decide to have him oversee the building project?
Do whatever you want, you guys.
All right,
Leave
so
him with the sage.
Garrett does have an opinion about it.
you guys get him out of the
safe
box,
with
and he goes, have we made our voyage? Is it complete?
Well, that's a good impersonation.
Listen, Mr. Bellsprout, it might be best for you, safer for you right now if you stayed here with these folk and help them out. It's not going to be safe what we's doing.
That is wonderful. I get to oversee something? That is very good news. I tell you what, I will put them to use. They will make me a hammock. I will nap in the hammock, and of course, they will do all the work.
I think that's the smartest thing I've ever heard you say.
All right, farewell, farewell. Come back, check in from now, time to time, of course, of course. I will wait and wait and wait, just for you.
Excuse me, mister. Do you know you're not wearing any pants?
Oh, you are about to encounter the Belschnickel. And that's where you guys leave him.
I mean, that's all.
Excuse me?
I am both simultaneously intrigued and enraged.
Gather round, and Lute starts dancing. So, now that you've unleashed that terrible happening onto the world, you guys carry on, and I'm going to start putting people in places with things. And yes, of course, the most important thing.
Yeah.
And so you guys continue onward. Now, on the road, you kind of run into a handful of things. You haven't... it's been several hours since you've left. You guys all are in pretty good spirits. And this road, as you know, is kind of the main road between Culdier and really anywhere else. The only other direction you could realistically go is to the west, which would take you towards the edge of Dalnain, specifically the town of Vioka, which some of you are very familiar with. So it's been days since leaving Culdier. After having dodged several patrols of battle mages, you're in the stretch of hillsides that shape the landscape around Barsuli. And as you inch ever forward, trying to be cautious of every step so as not to alert potential battle mage patrols, your keen eyes spot a caravan overturned just beyond some rocks. So, what do you do?
Can we tell if there's... Oh, just kidding.
Rog has walked very confidently, very meaningfully, right up to the caravan that is overturned. And as he does so, he notices that there's a merchant just kind of sitting solemnly and sadly in front of it. What's up, Paul? Nice to see you. I don't have a character to kill for you this session, but we'll make up for that. Don't worry. You walk up to him, and the merchant says, No, not again, please don't.
Calm yourself, merchant. What happened here?
Well, it's simple. I was robbed. I have nothing. No food, no water, no supplies, nothing. I was hoping, since, this road is more traveled than others, that someone may come by and help. I mean, I have nothing more for you to take from me, but I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out.
I pull out some scrambled eggs and just kind of dump them on his lap.
Roll a D100.
Roll for eggs.
Roll for egging.
Why does every campaign I play to have eggs in it?
These are scrambled eggs. Scrambled
I'm just
dragon
saying,
eggs.
why does every campaign I play, no matter what game it is, it's eggs?
Eggs it's a good source of protein. I don't know.
It is.
So Rog, as you're pulling the scrambled eggs out of your pocket, the place you keep them, you have a thought, and it's simply, these should be moldy by now, or have gone bad, and you notice that they are the same perfect consistency they have always been.
Magic.
My pockets are magic. Guys, these eggs are still good. My pockets must be magic or something. This is awesome. Maybe it's from when I touched that light thing.
It's absolutely from when you touch the light.
Definitely not true.
When you jumped in the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what did it.
Oh, it was blowhole.
Perhaps.
In the back of your mind, you hear, which is obviously Blowhole the dolphin speaking to you from a great distance away.
Like a translucent image in the background.
Yeah.
I'll always remember you, Blowhole.
Tofu says the eggs are a little bit linty.
That adds to the flavor.
Yeah.
They're nice and
peppery.
salty from the ocean.
Salty and pepper, kind of
Yeah. So
I asked the guy that owns the caravan exactly what sort of assistance are you looking for in particular.
Well, honestly, I was just hoping to, obviously I need food, water, and, things like that, but I would love an escort back to Barsuli, or at least to walk with you far enough to get close. I can pay you a small sum of money for your troubles if we can get to Barsuli. I have a shop there, and I've been doing well, but the person I have normally sent on these errands, well, they never returned last time, so I've thought to take it upon myself. Clearly, I was in over my head.
I try to ascertain whether or not this is a staged situation that he's lying.
Okay. Go ahead and, yep. And so that is an opposed. So you feel like he's telling the truth. Looking around, he really does have nothing. There appear to be some sort of scars, and not necessarily on him, though he does look beaten and bruised. His caravan has been broken and smashed. You don't think that would have happened if it was a setup.
Was it just you traveling then?
Yeah.
It's up to my friends here on whether or not you can join us as we travel in that direction.
Well, merchant, I suppose you're welcome, but is there anything we need to save from this caravan of yours? Or you just want to travel with us?
I'd just like to travel with you if that's okay. Like I said, they took everything from me. All I have are my clothes.
Yeah, that's about the theme of the day, isn't it?
About all any of us have.
Well, I suppose it could be worse. Shall we continue to Barsuli then?
Okay, but I'm just gonna say this one time. If you cross me friends or try and hurt them, I will murder you where you stand.
Broody Reg.
Pax kind of leans her head around him.
Well said.
Sorry, but
He's telling the truth, but he's going through a difficult time right now.
I'm sorry. My name's Reg. What's your name?
And if you do betray us and Reg doesn't kill you, I will.
Pax,
I can kill enough on my own.
Pax
Pax
pokes her head in.
around, salutes him, and says, "You can mess with me."
Ooh. Roll a speech check, Pax.
Giggity?
No, stop that.
No, not that way.
Not that kind of speech check.
Wait, is this using speechcraft or is this just?
No, it's speech.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm not really trying to persuade. I'm just trying to pick fights, is all.
Yeah, the roll is going to be how he takes the inflection. Okay. So, you say, you can mess with me, trying to be ambiguous enough to cause him to maybe, like, buddy up to you a little bit so that you can take it and, like, how dare you say that to me type of deal. And he's like, oh, okay, good to know there's someone who can at least, have witty banter with and talk to and not be ever fearful of my life. I'll keep next to you then. What's your name?
Pax.
Nice to meet you, Pax. I'm Liam. Liam Vonnig. All right then. Let's continue to Barsuli then, shall we?
Just don't stay too close.
A loose follow. Noted. So
Yeah, you can hang out with me.
Lajdak and the merchant are following just loosely behind Pax. Lajdak is humming a tune to himself, trying to figure out the right melody. And so you guys continue on for several more hours, and for those of you watching at home, yes, I did take a small map for ease of my own life. So I'll be illuminating places that symbolize several hours' journey. So, as you continue for another couple of hours,
My immersion.
yeah, it's gone. You have it's beginning to become dusk, kind of evening. The sun's setting, and you notice a band of seemingly adventurers kind of marching up and down the pathway that you guys have been on for some time, and they look not battle weathered, I'll say. They look as though they have, that hopeful glint in their eye, like they're going to, change things. They're going to change the world. They're going to do their best, all that stuff. And so they are traveling seemingly towards Culdier. And one of them, the one to the front of their group, a female Woethel, kind of stops the group and gives them the telltale pep talk. Be careful. There's people coming. Blah blah. Keep your eyes peeled. And then she turns and says, "Greetings, greetings. Hello. How are you?"
Guys, it's dinner.
Oh,
What was
Rob.
that?
We are well. How are you?
Ah,
Where
we're
are you
excellent. We are heading to Vioka. Where are you heading?
The wrong damn way.
If you're heading the wrong way, then where's your destination, friends?
We are here to check out the landscape to see what's happening on this side.
Ooh, roll a speech check, Chibi.
Hopefully I can do this right.
Oh my gosh, I just thought I named this person Sarah. I should have named her, what was that country girl from the bar? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, my friend.
Yeah, your friend. I forget what her name was.
No, I cannot roll.
Was it when we were looking for the 3 people?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just thought of that. That would have been
The
funny.
one who
She's
had the
become an
date with the
adventurer. Yeah, the guy in the middle of the night. In the back alleyway.
To be Rog.
Huh?
Didn't we find out that was Rog pretending to be a prince?
I forgot about that.
I had totally forgotten that.
Okay, what am I doing wrong? It's 1D100, right? Backslash 1D100.
Slash
Slash
roll
roll.
space.
Roll is what I'm leaving out.
Yeah. All right, so Heather, you lie through your teeth, and Sarah says, "Oh yes, the landscape. Lots has changed, but yes, it's quite beautiful. Well, we hope you enjoy your time. I will ask, have you seen any representatives of the Emerald Guardsmen per se?"
We've seen no one so far.
Righto, okay. Well then, it's been a pleasure. You seem to be traveling with Dargoths?
Is that a problem?
No problem. Just something I haven't seen before. It's honestly quite remarkable. Might I introduce myself to you?
Please.
Sure.
Excellent.
Rod nudges Reg. Here's your chance, buddy.
So the whole group kind of moves forward towards you guys, and she sticks out her hand confidently and says, "It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sarah. Sarath. That's my long name, Sarah for short. How are you?"
Reg slowly puts his hand out for a handshake and just grunts.
Oh, this is so
It's a combination. It's a combination of sadness, mourning, and paranoia.
Garrett kind of whispers over to Kate and is like, "What, isn't his normal thing like hello, Reg? Is that what you said or something? Someone said that."
Hello, my name's Reg. What's your name?
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Reg. How are you? You are not a Dargoth, but it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
I was speaking on behalf of the mute.
Oh, okay, so Reg is the Dargoth, and what's your name?
That's not important. What's important is that Reg is having a terrible day and needs someone nice to talk to.
Oh, okay. Well, honestly, I just wanted to, gaze at these Dargoths. They're so interesting to me. What's it like being so tall?
Tall? Do you want me to show you?
I would love that.
I'm joking.
I'll look at the
No,
other
Garrett,
people
pick her up
try to
and put
gauge
her up in
what
the air.
they're doing while she's having this conversation. What is her companions doing at this point in time?
So Sarath is obviously the one that's talking and kind of like, oh, hey, check these guys out. There's one to the lower end of the group, kind of more close to you, Caden, and he appears to be dressed in some sort of like light mail armors. It seems as though he might have the ability to be sneaky. That type of vibe, but he's not like eyeing anyone outright right now. He's just kind of like putting up with what Sarath is doing. Then the other warrior-esque person to the top is kind of standing next to Chibi right now, and they look like barbaric. They're wearing heavy mail armor, but it looks like they'd be able to just like throw down if it came to it, or if they needed to. Behind them, there is someone who appears to be an archer, and then behind them, kind of bringing up the rear, is some sort of magician, dressed in robes and clearly has a staff, things like that.
Full party.
Yeah.
Well, you all are an interesting-looking group. Are you friend or foe?
Well, we're friends. We're quite close, actually. unless you're the Emerald Guardsman, we should be friends.
We are not, but a bit of tragedy has befallen us.
Oh? What tragedy?
Do you not see the fires on the horizon?
I was wondering who had such an elaborate campfire going. No, all we've seen is the smoke billowing. We thought it to be some sort of industrial endeavor.
Well, industrial, perhaps. It seems the entire city is on fire and many are dead. We've just left there.
In Vioka?
Culdier.
Culdier.
Oh! Well, truth be told, we were just going to stop there for the evening on our way to Vioka.
There seems to be a really nice maid shack.
Noted. Maybe our spellcaster would be interested in checking that out then. We'll certainly stop by.
Well, prepare yourselves.
That we shall. Well, we best be off then. Have to stop the Emerald Guardsman.
Can I, what is it you want, with those fellas?
Well, not to give too much away, but we've been plagued by them. They've been really just kind of destroying some of the townsfolk's farms around Barsuli. It seems they've been hired by some other entity, and we've been trying to put a stop to them, so we're traveling to Vioka to put an end to their nuisance.
Have fun with that.
Well, that we shall. Take care. Take it easy. Safe travels, friends. Safe travels.
Don't tell me what to do.
So I'm just going to pop them up there.
Okay, yeah, they're gonna have terrible time as an adventurer.
Kane, I thought they was all dead. Weren't they dead?
The people that just left us?
No, the green boys. Them in the shadow was the silver folks. They was working together to kill us, and then we worked together to stop the ghost man, and I thought they all got wiped out.
I don't know if they all got wiped out, but I think all their the higher ups did.
So what, you figure this is like remnants?
Seems like a hunt they're on. Wiping out the last bit of them.
Do you think they'd hold a grudge on us, or do you think they'd actually remember that we worked together at the end?
Do you think they're hunting us?
With our luck, probably.
Who isn't?
They seem to be pretty interested in Dargoth, and they are approaching Culdier, even though they're saying they're going further. There's a very good chance that they were trying to size up who we were.
Yeah, that's why I was trying not to say my name, Rog.
Rog's like,
Thing I'm known for telling people.
Rog's like looking off into space.
There's still time to run them down and kill them.
I like where Dark Pax's head's at.
I don't know that
Pax,
that's
roll
necessary.
a speech check.
Yeah.
Everyone else roll an opposed
Rubbing
speech
off on
check.
you.
I mean, at this point, only Reg knows the truth about Pax, right?
Yeah.
Reg hasn't shared it yet.
I know that she's
straight
not.
like Rob.
Yeah, she is not her happy-go-lucky self, and I am in love.
Pax, waiting on your speech check.
Oh, sorry.
Chivi, yours as well. So everyone appears to be swayed by what Pax is saying. She brings up a really good point about how they may, taking the information already said, they may be sizing you guys up. They may be trying to find you. Maybe they'll be turning you over to the battle mages. Giving a, hey, we spotted them. Chivi, you're the only one that seems to disagree with that sentiment. And even then, it's not necessarily from a we shouldn't kill these guys. It's more of a, like, you honestly thought they were just adventurers trying to deal with something on their...
Oh, I'm supposed to have an extra 50 on mine. I completely forgot.
That wouldn't affect
rate?
it. Yeah, but you'd still be below Pax.
Right.
So, now, that being the case, everyone now kind of feels like, oh, well, maybe we should, consider that a little bit more seriously.
Chasing them down and killing them?
Yeah.
Wait, you were serious about that?
I mean, if you guys want to, I'm totally down.
I mean, but what if we's wrong?
Texas is so not like you.
I'm just
I'd rather be wrong than dead.
I'm just looking out for our best interests.
You're right, Pax. It's not like you.
I think seeing that city's affected you.
I quite enjoy your new warrior spirit.
I appreciate you, Rob.
Killing's sometimes fun.
Thank you, Garrett.
Not sure about this, though.
Oh.
Not you now, Garrett.
I seriously thought those people seemed a little idiotic, wanting to go towards the burning city, but it didn't really seem to be after us.
I mean, it's the only road to keep going down the coast, right?
Well, I mean, there's going to be a little bit of deception when you meet strangers sometimes. Imagine how idiotic we seem wanting to peruse this pathway and just check out the countryside after leaving a burning city.
Chibi, master of lies.
I mean, it's the same time, when Rog said that I was Reg, if they were looking specifically for us, don't you think they would have reacted differently?
Merchant man, have you seen those people before?
No, I haven't. They weren't the ones who robbed me, neither. Chibi, what did you say?
Yeah, Mr. Nutmeg's got a point.
Well, if they weren't the ones that overturned your caravan, we're looking for a bigger threat, I think. But Reg, if you want to go kill them, I'll go with you. Just to make you feel better.
I think enough people have died.
What is happening today?
We're all in a very dark place.
I think enough people have died. If they want to come back and try something, then I can get some feelings out. But for now, we should probably just get moving.
We'll just stay on the alert.
I just remembered. Reg kind of walks over to Garrett. We've been traveling for hours, but Reg has been in his own head. I'm Reg, by the way, like they said. What was your name?
Dargoth, you're funny. I'm Garrett.
I was about to say, Dargoth, you're funny is a very long and unfortunate name.
Garrett Gridlock. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Jarrett.
Garrett.
As that continues on for several minutes, I'm going to spare our listeners the pain. Reg, you feel like you've met this person before, and not just like you've been obviously part of the Toosdae Knights and all that, and in passing. You feel like you've known someone that kind of matches the description, the name, the voice, all that, from before you were employed by Master Blackflame. You have a sneaking suspicion that you may have grown up together in the same tribe of Dargoth.
I've got a very important question for you.
What's that?
Why aren't you British?
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
War changes a man.
I got this weird feeling. I'm really bad with. I keep asking people what their name is, and I write it down because I'm really bad at remembering stuff. I feel like I've seen you before, which is weird because I'm not good at that sort of thing. Oh God, I hate to think back to it, but you wouldn't be from Rockheim, would you?
Rockheim sounds familiar. Lost my memory years ago. 10 plus. But I did find a note in my possession, like an order form from that town. Is it possible? Memory's fuzzy, don't really know much more than that.
As you guys are continuing to talk, a lone person comes running down the road. This has been several hours now since last you saw anybody.
I clothesline him.
We're just making thoughtful grunts at each other.
Yeah. You guys have been walking this entire time, and as Rog, as you clothesline this guy, he's like, why'd you do that? Ow! That hurts.
No running, it's dangerous.
I'm trying to get someplace quickly.
Why?
I have a message. It's important. It's my job as a courier.
Only way.
The message to.
I can't reveal that information. You know, client, patient, employee, things.
How do you know we're not the client?
Exactly.
Because I'm headed to Mivra. You guys have walked past one of the roads that kind of splits off, and now you are on the road that leads you to Barsuli and then past Barsuli to Mivra.
We've come from Mivra.
Well, you're going the wrong way then.
I didn't say we're going there.
We are
We've
Mivra.
come there. We've come from there.
Oh, you've come from Mivra. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, I must be off important things.
But what if you need to deliver the message to us from Mivra?
I
You'll
don't.
get there,
I'm
find
taking
that
it.
We're not there.
I'm
We would
taking
like
it
to
to
know the message.
Mivra. I'm going to Mivra.
Well, that's the trouble with Mivra, is I hear that when we left, they talked about there was a big attack on the city and people ain't doing so hot down there.
Indeed.
Though some things have changed in the past month or so, the city is very much still active, still alive, still employing people like me, so I have to get going.
Divin, tell us your message.
We could pay you for the message, and then you will have done your duty.
No, I am to deliver it to a specific individual.
But how do you know that's not us? We've come from Mivra. Maybe you were supposed to deliver it to us in Mivra, but we have moved on.
I have met the man I'm delivering it to.
Oh, good, then you know his name and you can share it with us and
I
we'll
am
let you
not
move away.
sharing his name. This is confidential.
In that case, I'd like to introduce you to my new friend, Mr. Jared.
Rog, eat him.
Hi.
Yes, sir. I think we would like to hear your message. Please tell us now.
Oh, well, since you guys have made such an excellent argument for me sharing the confidential information, no, I'm not going to share anything with you.
Okay, all right. Here's the option.
Jared, you want to take one leg and I take the other?
It's fine. Let him know the options, Rog.
Sounds fun.
Here's your options. You got two of them, so it's real easy.
He starts running away.
No, I'm like holding him. I don't want him to go nowhere.
With
Reg and Garrett have
Shinobi's
boxed him.
roll of 100, he very almost like he's been trapped in situations like this before, jumps out of the way and proceeds at a mad dash past, zigzagging, trying to get away from you guys.
He's
Full
serpentine.
movement speed of 14, plus I'll drop the stamina to do an extra 4 squares after him.
Can I cast Paralyze on him?
Shoot him with winter.
Paralyzed, I think you have to touch him.
You got the touch.
He was right there.
All
Are
right.
you going after him,
I
Reg?
can trap him in the rock cage. Stop him, Reg.
Hello.
Yeah, this almost looks like an ink blot right here.
Yeah, a little bit. So you guys get about right there past that little pass, I guess. And he says, "You're not going to stop me."
Reg pulls out Winter. I can be very persuasive.
"And I can be very quick." And he just continues running off.
Firing.
Right
I
in
have
the
had
bum.
a terrible day.
Right in the butt.
Crit.
Nice. Hey, someone in chat, roll a D100 for me. So as you shoot,
Aiming for the leg.
noted. But this is a crit, so I mean, in all seriousness.
Please don't use that 100 that they rolled.
Oh, no.
No, he used that a minute ago.
All right, so as he's running and zigzagging with a roll of 75 and 40, he's not able to dodge your shot, and so you hit him in the legs. His legs freeze over. How much damage do you deal?
Let's see here. 1140.
Pull your shots, Reg.
Oh my goodness.
You freeze him completely, and as he is in the middle of moving, his whole body freezes, he falls to the ground and shatters into a million little pieces.
Oh, well, I guess there was a third option.
Can we search
should've
him to see if
listened.
the message was written?
So, everyone kind of continues over to see what just happened, because all you guys saw was Reg run in front of him, the guy try and do like a fake out type of move, take off at a mad dash, Reg shoot, and then just like exasperately sigh. Pax, you have made your way
Wonderful
to
shot,
the front to notice
Is
all the
anyone-
tiny frozen bits.
Is anyone good at puzzles?
So as
We
you're
just need
kind
to
of
drink a little bit of his blood and we'll know everything he knew.
What a great idea.
Only Caden can do that. Only
Yeah.
Caden can.
Garrett looks at the merchant and kind of nudges him and goes, "Don't worry, this happens all the time."
I'm not sure I like that, but I guess I understand. Just as long as I get home safely, please don't kill me.
Yeah.
We like you. You're fun.
What was that, Chibi?
So, well, Reg, do you feel any better? That was quite shattering.
I was just trying to wing the poor idiot.
The stupid man wouldn't listen to us.
Yeah, but I feel like we might not be able to get an answer out of him now.
I'm not seeing a written message anywhere.
So you guys continue perusing, and then you finally do find what appears to be his pocket, or at least part of his pocket.
It's a rectangle of a pocket.
Yeah.
Are there dragon cookies inside?
Believe it or not, no, not yet. But inside this pocket, which is frozen, appears to be a letter.
Ah. Let's take a look.
So Chibi picks up the piece of ice and proceeds to try and get into it, but it's not doing it.
We can melt that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I start a small campfire.
Well,
off
Reg
to the side.
has Bernie, the flaming great axe that he.
That might do too much too fast.
No.
Not my
Gently hold it far enough away to melt but not burn.
All right, so you hold it up, and you're able to do that, no problem. And so, at long last, it melts. Chibi gets the letter out and proceeds to read it. And in this letter, it's a message, and it has information about Masenna Duranton's journey home to Grail. It appears that this courier was on the way to the Vasilician legacy in Mivra, and he was coming from the city of Shindor.
Okay, so I didn't do a bad thing.
I don't think so, Reg. We've got the letter. That's all that matters. Although, what is it telling us?
I mean, they tracking Masenna, so I figures they trying to track all of us. If they don't know about Masenna, then at least she's safe. For what it's worth.
Suppose.
seems we really needed to know this. Good job, Reg.
Yeah. Way to save the bucket.
Now, in everyone's mad dash for information, you guys notice behind you that there is a very odd-looking crater. And for whatever reason...
There's a very odd-looking crater.
Odd.
As you look at it, you guys start to just feel this sense of calm and peace.
Oh, crap.
Yep. And you all are drawn toward it in an odd way. The only person who is not drawn toward it is Pax. Now, Rog, you have that feeling of like, oh, this is calming, and you just like, I need to get closer to this, and so you just walk closer and closer and closer.
I just figured I'll save everybody time.
I feel like the time I got bit by a spider.
So I need everyone to make a potency check.
My weakest.
I have under my reshaping abilities Magic Gate, level 3. How do I use that? It says 30% magic resistance.
So,
I can't remember how I use it.
So that's basically mischance for magical things. So if you're taking damage from a magical source, such as this, you get a 30% roll to basically not take anything. Well, Caden's just dropping everything in. He dropped 1,000 potency into his potency check.
It was not enough.
So, Caden, you look over and you're like, you get this sense of calm, and then you realize what's happening, and you immediately like avert your eyes and like focus your potent energies inward, and you're able to like maintain your focus away from that thing. Rog, you're not so lucky. You continue to walk forward. You take 500 damage as you feel your life force being drained. Garrett, you have the same problem. You are entranced by this thing, and you move forward, take 500 damage. Heather, you also take 500 damage, but you get the magic resistance check. So just roll 1d100.
Okay.
All right, so you take 500 damage. On a 30 or below, you would take nothing. Now, the only people who are, like I said, are not affected by this are Pax and Caden. The Merchant and Lajdak get rolls as well, but they are far enough away. Sorry, I'm going to put them over here, where they don't actually feel the draw. They just kind of see what's going on, and so their roles are more of like, do I get involved in what's happening?
This isn't a sightline thing. This is more of a proximity thing.
Yes, it's more of a proximity thing.
Okay.
And so Lajdak, you're intrigued, but the Merchant is like, oh gosh, I don't want to be near anything. So
I'm gonna cast Paralyze on Rog when I get an opportunity and start dragging him away from that.
Okay.
As well as casting it on Garrett.
Okay.
Don't think I can drag him away, but
No.
at least he won't get closer.
So you drop the health to cast that, and you need to roll a stamina check to drag Rog. While Caden's doing that, Pax, what are you doing?
I'm going to line up with the cave and shoot an arrow directly into the center.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Sure.
Caden, waiting on your stamina check. Pax, you shoot an arrow directly into the center, and the energy explodes. Caden, you're able to pull Rog back as Pax hits this arrow with, or hits something in the cave, and it kind of explodes in a wave of energy. Garrett, you are paralyzed. Rog, you are paralyzed. So you kind of don't really have any draw to this thing. Chivi and Reg, though, I need you to roll one more potency check.
I'm assuming a technical turn has passed, so we get regen.
Yes.
Okay. It's not much, but
It helps.
Sometimes you die for lack of 60.
Oh wow, we rolled the same.
So yeah, but Heather put more into Chivi's potency roll, and so
Rich doesn't have much.
yeah. So you guys try and resist again as you feel the sharp pain coming from whatever is drawing you close, and you take another 500 damage. But
Does
Pax,
Rez's mischance come into play?
no, because this isn't an attack against Eunice. Well, no, mischance affects everything. So yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Okay.
Pax, you are able to
Miss
do.
baby.
Nice. So you take no damage. Pax, you are able to end whatever thing is drawing everyone close. You have no idea what it was, and gazing in to the best of your ability, you don't see anything there. So you have no idea what you just did, but you know you somehow saved the rest of the group. Caden, you did an expert job saving Rog as well. Garrett,
Yes, thank you.
Garrett was at least slowed. He wasn't going to be able to do much as far as dragging him.
I don't know. A couple more hits, I would have died because I only have 1,210 hit points.
Well, I was gonna start healing people on next.
Yeah.
My next
Yeah.
opportunity, I'm gonna heal myself, and then I'm gonna heal the group.
Goodness for
Lord.
Caden.
Yeah.
So if it's not doing anything anymore, then I'm gonna cast a minor heal on myself,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast a mass heal on everybody.
Okay.
So everybody gets back 1350, and I will be sitting on 167.
Nice.
Reg is going to saddle up to Pax to talk to her in a way that no one else can hear. Thank you for what you did. It's what Pax would have done.
It's what I do to stay alive. I need you guys.
Yeah, but you may say different, but I think she's still in there.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Reg.
You said you can see all her memories, right?
Yes.
I was right about the rat. I'm gonna be right about this too, just you see.
It is noted that Reg just said the rat instead of Mr. Tibbles.
Yep. Reg is in a dark place right now.
Very dark place.
At least he didn't call him Rog.
or Rex. Yeah.
Rex.
So the group continues on, and you get closer and closer to Barsuli, and the last.
Just one moment. As we continue on, I'm going to heal myself up because I'm hurt.
Yeah, you're in pain. All right, you heal up.
I'm very badly injured.
So as you continue the journey, it's now been a couple of days. In total, you guys have been traveling for about a week's worth of time, and you can you sense you're getting closer and closer to Barsuli. The merchant kind of helps, gives pointers on, hey, don't take that road, take this road. You know, we actually need to go this direction, blah blah blah. And you guys all get to roll a just generic roll. Whoever rolls the highest is going to notice the thing. Can I get one roll from chat as well?
Dark Pax leading the way.
Yep.
We have entered the darkest timeline.
Yeah,
It's
this
really
is
dark.
this is both
It's
very
still helpful though.
yeah, she's useful. This is both really fun for me to watch
just
how we have
wait
all been broken,
and
but also
Such
all right.
fun.
So Pax notices a deceased Norethel lying on the side of the road.
No one else has noticed him yet.
Correct.
She's gonna wait for people to pass a little bit and then go rifle through his pockets.
Like I said, she's still in there.
Oh, that's
Dark
wonderful.
packs, light packs, one in the same.
Yeah, Dark Pax is relying. Yeah. So, Pax, I need you to roll a potency check.
This is very Kingdom Hearts today.
Oh, potency. What's my potency?
Take a boat and see.
Excellent roll. So as you're perusing his pockets, first and foremostly, you are going to find 108 gold.
Which I pocket.
Excellent. You also find a apprentice staff of Cold Gust. Apparently he was clutching. And based on the various things he has on his person, you seem to notice two things. Number one, this person has been murdered in cold blood and the body left on the side of the road. The next thing is that this Norethel appears to be an ambassador from Aluin on behalf of the Patriarchy.
Got a dad bod.
How fresh is the death?
Pax is the only one that has noticed this yet. Now,
Oh, okay.
you guys can roll a... You guys can, yeah. You guys can roll a D100 to check out to see if you notice Pax having trailed behind.
Nope.
Nope.
Caden, you get it. So Caden, you look around and notice that Pax isn't with the group anymore. And you kind of look around first. Maybe she went off to the sides, nowhere. And then you look finally behind you and notice, like, oh, she's crouched down on the side of the road. So you alert everyone else to that information and continue back to check out what she's doing.
Oh, hey, so I just found this guy, and pockets are empty, but he's got this staff.
How freshly does it appear? Like, does it appear minutes, hours?
It's probably been 2 days or so.
Oh,
And
2 days.
you would know.
Okay, so it wasn't the group. It couldn't have been the group. It's not likely to be the group that we passed earlier because it hadn't taken us 2 days to get here.
No.
Well,
and this
no,
guy
it's
is
been a week now
official.
since you guys have left, so you don't know where that group was coming from necessarily, but you do know that it could have been anyone you've seen thus far coming from that direction.
Okay. As my best guess can be, since we've seen that group, does that seem to line up with the timeline for this guy's murder potentially?
It could.
Okay.
But you notice that, like I said a moment ago, and Pax kind of lets you in on this, that it seems to be a singular slash to the neck that did this.
One of your kind, perhaps?
Well, I don't think it was the messenger. He seemed to be pretty focused on this task. It could be that group that we passed that was really enamored with Reg.
He's an ambassador of the Aluin Patriarchy. Who would want to kill them?
Huh. Well, it's just a dead body. Either we snack it or we keep going.
I guess we can keep going, but it's something to know. Is there anything on him
I mean, there is this.
aside from
staff.
empty
Do you want
pockets?
it?
Is there anything else on him?
There is this staff of Cold Gust. Do you want it?
No, I don't need it.
I'm not a big.
Well, actually, you know what? I'll take it. Using that, is that like casting from my hand without having to use potency or health in my case?
Correct.
And does it cast at my level or some other predetermined level of the staff?
It has I think 50 charges, so you can use it 50
Okay.
times.
Excellent. And if I use it, I can still use like my other hand to cast a cold gust, so I can do 2 in a turn.
Yep.
Or do okay.
Well, there you go. Don't say I never gave you anything.
I will never say that, Pax.
Don't them queens not like the kings?
I don't know. We should definitely go kill the queen, though.
What a great idea.
Oh,
Chibi
I
perks
guess I
up.
should, along this way, I loop them in on the information that I learned while with my family.
Okay. Do you want me to hash that out real quick, or do you want to?
You can go ahead and tell them. Because I can't remember the guy from the plane's name.
So basically, in about 20 minutes, as you guys are continuing to walk, Caden lets you in on where he was. He was with the Morvale vampires to be saved from being on the island with you guys. And then on top of that, they have learned that head researcher Vond is working with Arcanus Tolden, the head of the Academy of Arakiel, who is the guy who assaulted Justinian's vault.
Great, so the 2 people that want us dead is buddies. This is not what I meant by the buddy system.
We should probably go kill them.
Apparently, we don't control the patent on the buddy system, so other people can use it.
That's probably because we bragged about how great it was.
Sure, yeah, that.
Word's gotten around. The patriarch himself is like, we need this now. Well, is anyone else doing anything with the body?
Nope. If there's nothing else on them, no additional notes or anything like that.
Do you need to gather any snacks?
I'm ready to move on.
Okay. Garrett.
Yeah, are Caden and Garrett getting road snacks from him?
That's what I was going to ask.
Reg is already sort of trudging back down the road.
Garrett has to cut back on consuming flesh.
If it's 2 days old, how good would the blood be at that point?
Oh, true.
Still doable.
Miss Chevy.
I'll begrudgingly take a drink.
All right.
Yes, Reg.
So you figure that the queen is the one, she chased that other group out of town trying to kill him, and they killed Full Tracks, and I think that they're the ones that killed the town, and
I think it's quite possible.
Is that merchant still with us? If he's with us, I'm going to make sure that I do it outside of his eyesight.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of wait, and as the rest of the group carries on, Caden bends down to take a swig from the body, and as he does so, a ghost appears in front of you, Caden.
Uh-oh.
He looks at you and says,
Don't drink me, bro.
He looks at you in the eye and says, "Really? It's been 2 days and you're going to do that? I can't be that good."
Hey, who did this to you?
Some, I don't know who they were. I didn't even see them. You speak to Jonlin Vicern, though, and I promise you, I am going to be the most annoying thing about your life for the next, well, ever, I guess. You appear to be a vampire, so it looks like I'm going to be with you for the rest of your days. Hope someone kills you.
The buddy cop.
I have the since dead thing as a permanent. Do I see this ghost glowing in front of me as an undead being? Or
Yeah.
is this something more mental?
Yeah, no, it's definitely an undead being, but he is tied to
so
you
I
now.
haven't lost my marbles. Good to know.
No, you know that this is a real thing, and like you now have, he's been tied to you somehow. Like that was, for whatever reason, he decided that this was the curse he wanted to give whoever killed him.
Great. Anybody else? Anybody see this guy?
Well, I kind of noticed that Caden's looking a little wild-eyed, so I cast Sense Dead.
Okay. Now you
He
don't.
taught me. Now I can see him.
Yeah. Well, you can see him already, but you're worried that it might be a mental thing, like that crater was, and so you cast it to kind of confirm, and you confirm that yes, this is a full-on ghost that is now following Caden around.
Oh,
That everybody can see, right?
Yeah. Garrett,
Okay.
this is the first time you've ever seen a ghost. What's your take on this?
Garrett kind of looks at everybody else's reaction, and I go, "Ooh, spooky." He's not scared very easily. He's seen countless towns burn and people die. So a ghost doesn't really add anything to freak him out.
This is surprising.
It's supernatural. The other stuff is easily understood. This is not so easily understood.
Yeah.
Reg walks over to the ghost. Okay, we've done this before. Hello, my name is Reg. What's your name?
Oh, stop talking to me, you behemoth of a beast. Now, to the
Okay,
rest of you...
Less than friendly, got it. What's your unfinished business that we can help you with so you can be at peace? Blah, 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 blah. We've had a long day.
You think me to be just some common rabble? I am Jonlin Vicairn. You are now subject to my curse.
Okay, listen, Jocelyn. You just tell us what you want so we can get on with our business.
You sound a bit power hungry for someone who just died 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Fine. This I wasn't sure this was going to work, and I'm kind of excited that it did.
You're excited to be dead.
No, it means I actually I'm immortal. I'm tied to a vampire. I can be wherever you guys are and go. I still get to live my life, albeit, attached to you.
Without anything, Reg just starts looking on the horizon for vampires.
Does anyone know Greater Negate? I don't know if that would.
Let me check and see if I still have one of those on me.
I thought you knew Negate or.
I do technically. I still have I have one scroll left on me of it.
Are you one of those things that lives in a bottle? Kind of confused right now.
No. Yes, you there, the Woethel. The other Woethel.
What is it, rum?
There's two of us.
Gin?
The one with... Not the one that looks menacing. The other one.
The light one.
You,
I think
yes!
you, TV.
Yes.
You had a question I thought I just heard?
I think you're thinking of rum, a gin, or one of those things.
Gin? Yeah, I think so.
It's a thing you can drink, but it also grants wishes.
Wait, you can get... Wait.
But wait,
Oh, man.
what were you going to tell
We
me?
need to drink.
Grant wishes?
No, I don't grant wishes. I'm a curse. Ooh.
Are you of any sort of hell? What kind of curse are you? Just going to be stuck to us? That's your curse?
Apparently he's a spooky curse. He went, ooh.
I mean, honestly, from what I've seen of other people's reactions, you're gonna get tired of us way before we get tired of you.
That's what you think. I bet you will be very bored of my derogatory remarks to you foul beasts. Ha ha ha!
Can you communicate with
Listen,
other
Caden
spirits?
is my best buddy, and I'll defer to it if you do not call him a beast.
No, you are the beast. He is now my anchor.
I mean, if you'll step over here, I can cast Solar Flame on you. Solar Bird.
I think this ghost is crazy. He's calling people anchors and...
Wait, don't do that. I don't like pain.
I can do some pain.
No, please don't. I would
Hey, Caden, I got a
encourage you
question
to
for
leave
you.
me be. I will be a gentle curse amongst the group.
Oh, so now you're a gentle curse.
A gentle, annoying curse.
He's
When I told
backpedaling.
When I told myself all that healing magic, I decided to learn that necrotic heal one in case we needed to kill some vampires. Would that hurt our little talkative friend here?
Why, yes,
Can you be
necrotic heal
useful?
would harm me greatly. Ooh.
Can you be useful?
No,
Can you speak to
necrotic-
other spirits?
Of my own accord, I can.
He sounds like you might enjoy that, Reg.
Jocelyn, he's a weird one.
Chibi, do we want him to speak to someone? Because I could cast some solar flame and get him to talk.
I mean, you just never know when we might need to communicate with the spirit world.
Oh yeah, Pax, I picked that one up too. We could do it together.
And of course, if you wouldn't agree to ask and answer the questions that we need, we can always do away with them, as y'all are suggesting now.
I'm okay with that.
What do
What do you think, Ghost Man?
I do not like this deal. It appears that though I thought I was the burden, now I am but a mule.
Wait,
We
what?
needed a mule.
You're a donkey?
Yes,
What
I
you
thought
could do.
I would have the power and all that, and now it appears that you can just kill me, so it's just like it was before.
I mean, you're already dead, right?
Yes,
What do you-
but
what do
at
you
least
call
I
it?
have my wits about me.
We've debated this when we've killed skeletons and mummies before. What do you call it when you kill the dead? Is it like double dead, re-dead?
It's sweet release.
It would help if we had a better term.
Ghosted.
Unlifed.
Yes, all of those apply. Now, this was going to be a lot more interesting if it wasn't you people, I guess.
I mean, you can be friendly and be nice and help us out.
A friendly ghost. That might
Like
be interesting.
Casper.
Is there anything that you would like us to assist you with? If not, I guess you can just sort of hang out. But if you get too annoying, my friends have been in a pretty bad mood for the last week, and they seem to be a lot darker than I remember.
We actually did meet a ghost once and helped him find eternal peace.
Booyah.
It was a while back.
I am not cursed. You are the one who is cursed, my vampiric
no.
friend.
I don't think you understand your situation as much as you think you do.
The situation I had in mind is quite different from what I find myself in now. And truth be told, I'd love a redo, but that's sadly not the case.
Wouldn't we all?
It's gonna be a long afterlife for you, I can promise you that.
So what you're saying is you're cursed.
No, you are. Yes, I'm cursed. I cursed myself by having you find me my body.
Nice job.
Well, I guess I'll just take my seat. The ghost sits on your shoulders, Caden. It is not burdensome. He is floating, but much like Kevin perches on Pax, you now
like a
have a
parrot.
friend that perches on you.
You know, Jared, there was one time that I had to carry Caden. He was a bit sleepy. Not to carry him around on me chest like a baby. Kind of like that. What they doing?
I hope this
Kinda
doesn't
funny, this-
annoy you, Caden, but this is where I will be cursing you from.
That's fine.
Oh, by the way, Jared, this is Mr. Tibbles. I guess if we're all talking about our unique friends that spend company with him and whatnot, this is my little friend.
Excellent, excellent. More things to be annoyed by. The
He's
group
delightful. Shut your dead mouth.
Shut your dead mouth. The group continues on, and the city of Barsuli rises in the distance as you near it. You navigate the nearby forests on roads to near ever closer to the home of the guiding fire. You make a quick pit stop to drop the merchant Liam off, and he pays you 1,000 gold for the lot of you.
Bye, Ian Nutmeg.
Bye, thank
1,000
you for
gold.
the drop off. I appreciate the
1,000 gold
escort.
each.
What? No, 1,000 gold
1,000
total.
Going in the bank.
Yep. So as you near ever closer to the home of the Guiding Fire, you are curious to see what lies in store for the Toosdae Knights' relationship with them. And that is where we're going to end it this evening. So we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being part of it. The front end of this episode was gut-wrenching, guys.
Oh my word.
Oh, man.
That was awful.
Yeah.
We have a ghost friend now.
I'm sorry, Reg.
I literally put the ghost thing in as like I know the first part of this episode is going to be kind of painful, but let's have a fun way to end this. Yay!
Is it bad as Reg was running around, there was this small voice in my head that says, man, I hope he gives me a corpse because not having anything is worse.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was gonna find his mother, and then I saw the dead body. And I was like,
Yeah. Well, for those of you who will hang out with us, we'll after the outro, we'll be hanging out for a moment. But we appreciate you guys being part of this thing, watching, participating. Thank you for everyone in the chat. I know this wasn't no VPCs this time, but we'll get them soon. Don't worry. So thank you guys again. We will see you guys next week on Shattered Dungeons.